So, crying baby. That's Olivia. So I'm a new mommy, and Olivia is new to this world as of 12/25/2017. She was a Christmas baby. So that was a lot of work to get her into this world, let me tell you. But let me introduce her. Olivia, welcome to this world. This is Olivia Gisele Arroyo. She was born 7 pounds, 9 ounces, and 19 inches. And she was the best Christmas present we could have asked for. And now she goes. And that's our dog, Zoe. We'll just let her rest. So she was just taking a nap. So Olivia came into this world, and let me tell you, as a first-time mom, it was definitely something else. I started having contractions actually Christmas Eve at my in-laws' house, and shortly after that, about an hour later, we went to church and kept having contractions, and there were about they lasted a minute, and they were about 7 minutes apart at that time, and they kept getting closer and closer, and at that point I was really tracking them, and they were consistent. So that's how I knew that I was going into labor. And so I actually left church. We took communion, and we actually left to the hospital because I was just thinking, you know what, maybe this is the early stages of labor, but I don't know. I'm a first-time mom, so I just want to get checked out. It's okay, Mama. Hi. Hi. Oh, she is spitting up, and the dog. Oh. We'll pause. So, anyways, yeah, I said, you know, this may be the early stages of labor, but I don't know. I've never been into labor. I've never been in labor at all, so who knows? So it didn't hurt to go to the hospital and get checked. We got checked, and I was 3 centimeters, and an hour later, they checked on me again, and they said it was at 4, so they were going to admit me, and at that point, we were super excited. And the only thing we had packed in our car was my husband, Peter's, Christmas Santa suit, because he was adamant about dressing up as Santa if this baby was going to be born Christmas. And sure enough, she was born on Christmas. My labor, if I was going to count starting from the contractions that I started counting from till I had her, it was a 26-hour labor process. And I mean, I was in the hospital for 24 hours. So if I have any advice for you guys, that birth plan that you guys have to fill out when you guys are at the doctor's office, you know, you may go into your doctor's office or the hospital saying you want XYZ to happen. Well, you know, if it does happen for you, that is awesome. I mean, I wish it happened for me because it didn't. Everything that I put on my birth plan, I wanted to happen, didn't happen. And I feel like she's just a little upset that I'm ignoring her. I'm not ignoring her because she's part of this video. Olivia, you're part of this video. And you may want your pacifier. And that's okay. You can just hang out. But everything turned out, and everything came out fine. And we had a healthy baby girl. So, when she was born, they actually, it was actually, I mean, we started pushing at 2:30, I remember. No, yeah, 2:30. I remember we started pushing. She said, we're going to start pushing. And she told me it was like practice pushes. Well, no, they were actually real pushes. I mean, the nurse told me that the doctor wanted me to be crowned by 3 p.m. And I was crowning, I think it was like 3:15, something around that time, because no, it was about 3:30, because she was born at 3:44 p.m. Christmas Day. And it was actually, it worked out fine. I mean, I had that epidural, which I told my birth plan that I didn't want, but I got it because I was in pain. The contractions were intense, and I know I wasn't expecting it to be that intense, and so I got it at 5 centimeters. I was actually 5.5 centimeters, but what's the difference? I got the epidural. It actually, something went wrong. They said it went to my bloodstream because my pulse, my heart rate went sky high, like 180s, and then they had to lay me down, put oxygen on. The whole team was inside the room watching me till my heart rate went down, and then the lady who put in my my epidural, the catheter, the needle part, it's like really small. You know, she said it never happens, this never happens, and she'd be back in 30 minutes to retry. At that point, I was a little bit worried. I was scared that I'm like, no, I don't want that to happen again. But you know what? I was already halfway numb, so I mean, it was best that I got it, and it worked. It worked out fine. She came back 30 minutes. She reinserted it, and it turned out fine. I mean, I was numb, and I couldn't feel the contractions anymore in my stomach, because that's where, you know, I was feeling all the pain. When it came time to actually push, they told me they were going to take off the epidural an hour before so that I could feel everything. So that I knew when to push. I knew when to push, so that, you know, she came out, which I totally forgot. When I started pushing, I forgot I had no epidural. Every time the nurse said, when you feel a contraction, push. Well, I was feeling every contraction, and I was pushing. And it was a process. We even did tug of war, me and my husband, with a sheet so that I'd be pushing more effectively. And by the time, you know, I was crowned, the whole team came in. I think I pushed. I mean, it was a lot of pushing, but because it was an hour. And in about 20 minutes, I'd say, she was out, and they actually had to do an episiotomy. But I actually don't know how severe it was. I don't believe it was very severe. I barely felt it. It was like, you know, I'm scratching my hand right now. That's how it felt, like down there. So, oh, mama, she's such a good baby. And her being 6 weeks old right now, I'll have to update you on her progress. But it's definitely a journey, let me tell you that, these past 6 weeks. And so, back at the hospital, when she was born, they put her on me. They washed her up real quick. And about 5 minutes later, they were, you know, latching her on so that she can get the colostrum. She latched on really quick. It took not even 5 minutes, and she had it. I can't say that for the whole breastfeeding experience, but we'll get to that later in another video, because that's another story. Oh, mommy. But yeah, they latched her on. It was a lot. My mom came into the room because I just wanted my husband in the room at that point, and yeah, she came in the room. Peter's parents came, my in-laws, and oh, mommy, we gotta get her up. So yeah, 26 hours later, 24 hours being in the hospital, she was born. Everyone was happy. I was happy. And, you know, we actually came out on our local news because I believe it's because my husband was dressed up as Santa, your dad, for 2 days. Oh, mommy, it's okay. He was prepared, let me tell you that, for her to see her dad as dressed as Santa coming into this world. And it's actually hilarious. I think the news thought it was hilarious. Like the whole hospital, every time somebody came into the room, they were a little taken back by Santa Claus being in my room. But it's actually it's gonna be a funny thing, you know, bringing that up as she grows up. Every Christmas, we're gonna hold him to that, being a Santa Claus. And so more about the birth, or our labor, not just our labor, but my pregnancy journey. When she was born, I weighed 184 pounds. That's a lot, to me, because that's actually, I gained 51 pounds. And, but that's okay. 7 pounds was the baby. But all the rest of it, obviously, wasn't just baby. It was the fluid, the placenta, the extra blood in my system, the fat storage for breastfeeding my breasts, milk. That was the milk. Yeah, milk doesn't come in for 3-4 days, but still, it was a lot. And it was basically, I lost 30 pounds in 1 month. Yeah, in 4 weeks, I lost 30 pounds. And so I'm still holding on to 20 of those pounds. I'm hoping to lose them in 2 months before I have to go back to work. So I am going to have to go back to work, and she will actually be staying with my mother-in-law, her grandma, and my husband will take his 12 weeks leave when my mother-in-law has to go to work, which she just works seasonally, and so that's going to be the summer. It's going to be for 3 months. So not looking forward to leaving her, but we'll get to that milestone. I wouldn't even call it a milestone. We'll get to that phase in our life later when I actually have to go through it, but I'm not looking forward to it, and every time I think about it, it's nerve-wracking to me. I'm just leaving her. But let's say hi to everyone. Hi! Hi, this is Olivia. Say hi, Olivia. Hi! She's a stinker. She's our little precious baby. And she's only 6 weeks old today. Well, actually, she ended up being 6 weeks old on Monday, but still, right now she weighs, the way we weigh her right now is my husband holds her, gets on the scale, and then, we track what that weight is, and then he hands her off to me, and he gets back on the scale and sees what his weight is without her, and we do the subtraction, and then we get that. Oh, man. Mama. So, when we have a baby, be prepared. Lots of spit up and clothes to be changed. But that's okay. We're exclusively breastfeeding right now, and from what the doctor says, breastfed babies, they don't know when to stop eating. They tend to eat a lot, and this girl definitely lived up to that. She does not know when to stop eating. She loves to just drink a lot of milk, and I think she's going through a growth spurt right now because she's eating every 2 hours, and her normal was 3 to 4 hours, and that goes for sleeping. Right when she'd eat, she'd fall asleep, but it's been every 2 hours, and she's actually a lot more active and awake more often, especially right now. Right now she would be asleep till her next feeding. What time is it? It's 11 o'clock. She just ate at 10, and she's going to want to eat another hour, probably, the way she's acting. She has a lot to say. But we love her. We love our little Olivia. We love her. Even though she splits up everywhere, it's okay. That's what babies do. So, being a first-time mom, how is it? It's life-changing. Let's just say, I'm 26, going on 27. I've been married for 2 years, but been with my husband for 12 years. It will be 12 years this March. And so, her papa, I think she's happy about that. No, Mommy. It's okay. She likes her pacifier, so I'll just give her a pacifier, maybe. Maybe she'll take it. She's hesitant. She probably thought it was food. So, it is life-changing. It was hard, actually. For the adjustment and the change, bringing a baby home, it's not like in movies where you're just in full bliss and happiness 24/7. You feel that way when you have the baby. I forgot that I had not slept since, the whole day. Christmas Eve to Christmas Day, I didn't sleep. And then 3 p.m., well, actually, basically almost 4 p.m., had her, and then didn't sleep till the next day either. I barely slept. But after she was born, it was like, I was on cloud nine. I thought I wouldn't want any visitors. I wanted everyone to see her. We were so excited just to bring her into this world, to see that, this baby's here now. We've been waiting for her for 9 months. Finally, she's here. So we're super excited. Given that, there's my dog crying. Given that, when we had to bring her home, it was a bit odd. We tried to introduce her to our dog. She didn't really care. She was more excited to see us and kind of ignored the baby. But that's okay, Olivia. She has time to definitely get used to. She was just excited to see her mom and papa, our dog. And, yeah, it was just, I had to take care of this baby now. And usually when we come home, home it's not the same. It was different. And, let's just say I went through this whole, the first 2 weeks, you have a lot of adjustment going on with your own body, and so I had a lot of hormones, and my hormones were crazy. I was crying all the time, every day, over the dumbest things. My husband would make me breakfast. I'd cry because I'm so thankful that he would make me breakfast. I don't know. He changed the diaper. I'd cry. I was crying about everything. And I think that just has to do with the hormones. I mean, I thought to myself too, like, what am I going to do with a baby? I don't know. I've never had a baby before. What do I do? And I cried about that because I was kind of lost. But at the same time, I felt like I knew what to do. I mean, maybe that's just instincts. I just knew what to do, and we were just trying to survive the first 2 weeks. I mean, those are the roughest weeks. Trying to adjust to having a baby, and I mean, it's new baby in the home. It's going to be different. So after the 3rd week, you know, the end of the 2nd week, my husband told me to leave the house because it was just a little too much. I was just cooped up in the house for too long. Like, I was just, you know, sleep a little bit, wake, feed, change the diaper, sleep, feed, change the diaper, bathe, clean her up, you know, change her, sleep, feed. It was just like a never-ending cycle, it seemed. Been looking at the 4 walls in our home, in our living room, is just, I need to get out. So he sent me to Home Depot, and I swear, when I was driving the car, I felt like it was an out-of-body experience. Being out in the sunshine, without a baby, just myself, it was odd. It was definitely odd. But it felt good to actually do something other than just take care of the baby. And my husband is fully capable of doing that. Her dad is awesome. Let me tell you that. Could not do this without my husband, her dad, being around. That's for sure. She's so good. She's such a good baby. Let's say hi to everybody. Hello. So, oh my gosh. This is what you have to deal with. She just spit up everywhere. Mama, can you please stop throwing up so much? And it's like she's just totally okay with it. She's like, it's okay, I'm going to eat again, so. Do you want your pussy? Your chapone? No? We'll just let her chill. Make sure you get a lot of these cloths, burp cloths, because you're going to need a lot. So yeah, it's definitely a different experience. You know what, back to my weight, I'll actually show you what my stomach looks like now, but it's definitely going to need work. I weigh 155 pounds now, and I do have a little bit of stretch marks. I thought I wasn't going to get any stretch marks. I sure did. But that's okay, because those are my warrior marks. I mean, I carried this baby for a long time, and those are my marks to show for it. Okay, we're going to put her down. You know, would you like this? And you're going to say bye. Bye! I have my Pinky. She loves Pinky. Okay, we're going to show my mommy belly, which I'm not proud of. I don't want a mommy belly, but you know what? I'm a mommy, so belly comes with the territory. Okay. Okay, so I'm still wearing my jeans, my maternity jeans, as you can tell. And, oh, look, nice little obliques, but no. This is what I'm talking about. So we'll see how long it takes me. You'll have to follow me on my journey. Well, that's that. That was how labor was and bringing home a baby. I mean, we didn't even get to breastfeeding and all that good stuff, but we'll have to talk about that later. And so you got to meet Olivia, Gisele. So till next time.